remember a novel I read, The Old Man and the Sea. I think it was by Hemingway, a novelist, a great writer. The story is about a man who went to the sea. He caught a very big fish and did all he could to bring the fish to shore. It was a great battle. It was a big battle. At the end of the day, it took him extra strength. He ran out of patience. He did everything he could just to bring this fish back home. Nigeria is in that state now. With that I say, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. This is Inec TV and Inec Expose. We are global and social commentators. Do we, because the negative is so strong, the corruption is so heavy, the nepotism in Nigeria is so big, the substandard people are so many, the ingrates, the evils, the corrupt politicians are so many. Do we, because of this number of people that are so many, now accept that evil should come before good? Let me ask you again. Because the negativity in Nigeria is so much, it looks as if we can't change it. Because the badness in Nigeria is so big, so unique, that we can't move it. Because Nigeria is a country that has entered what we will call a statelessness, a failed state, a country that is almost dead. Do we, because of this, give up on Nigeria and accept this negative as the order of the day? These are the questions I am asking. Don't forget, our man has started the campaign again. After a week of break, he traveled to the diaspora. It was in England, it was in Antioch, it was in Rome, it was in Germany, talking to the diaspora in abroad. He is no other person than OSAIGBOVO Olumide AKPATA. The beginning of this week, he has started his campaign again. He has gone round the 18 local governments twice, and we are calling on all Edolites, wherever you are. Your stake is very important. Why? Because you are a stakeholder. The state belongs to you. It is important that you contribute, no matter how small it is. You talk to your family, you talk to your friends. You should be the next governor of Edo State. We here in Inec TV, we have looked at all the candidates and will decide that Olumide OSAIGBOVO AKPATA is the best candidate. He is the man of the people and is the man for the people. He is from the Labour Party. Don't forget, Labour Party is the party for the family. It's the party for the people. It's the party for the masses. And that's why we say it's the party for Papa, Mama, and Pikin. Pikin, Papa, Mama. Or Mama, Pikin, Papa. Anyhow, it's a family-oriented party. And don't forget, when we define democracy, now people, 3 times people were mentioned. That is to show you how important people are in the definition of a democracy. And that is why we are calling on you guys. The second phase of Olumide OSAIGBOVO campaign is starting off, and we'll call on all those in his team, those in campaign team, those obedient, those in Labour Party, and well Edolites, people who want good governance. This is the man that have been tested and trusted. This is the man that have empathy, sympathy, and is a man that is ready to serve. Is a man that believes that he is going to the office to serve the people. The manifesto will soon be coming out, and that is why we are urging everybody. Olumide OSAIGBOVO AKPATA is the man of the people. So back to what I was saying. Maybe you don't understand me properly. I will explain again. Because Kenneth Okonkwo wrote an article, Political Journey to Great Nigeria. In that article, it talks about Peter Obi, that Peter Obi is too sweet, that Peter Obi is too gentle, that Peter Obi is too nice, that character of Peter Obi will not work in a Nigeria that is spoiled, a Nigeria that is not good for nothing. That sweetness of Peter Obi will not work in the Nigeria context. He is right. I agree with him, because Nigeria and Nigerians, this train have missed the road many years back. We are off track. We are going the wrong direction, and we are even at the edge of a cliff. Nigeria is going to just fall into a cliff, and Nigeria will be no more. How will you explain protest is going on here? We believe that protest is the voice of the unheard. We believe that demonstration, peaceful demonstration, is the voice of the unheard. When people are protesting, they want you to hear them. But what is funny about the protest that is going on in Nigeria now, or what is painful, Nigerians are protesting and they are carrying another country's flag, Russian flag. What does that tell you? It's the same way when a son disown or this father, when a son tells his father, Papa, you are no longer my father, I don't want you again. That is exactly what these protesters are saying. These demonstrators are saying, Nigeria, we don't want you again. We want Russia to come and colonize us. And that is the height. That is the height, or that is the symptom of a failed state. When the citizens our country are calling, our country is no longer viable for we to live. So back to Kenneth Okonkwo. Kenneth Okonkwo is saying Peter Obi, he's too, I won't use the word weak, that he wants to do everything in his word, one year, gentle, and sometimes he's extremely patient. He gives room for everybody to change. My brother, my sister, that was why I made that parable. Because goodness, which is Peter Obi, cannot conquer evil, that is Nigeria. Do we now accept that evil is good? Because the quality of Peter Obi cannot fit into the Nigeria context. Do we now accept that Nigeria as it is now should be like that? Because Peter Obi is too sweet. If he wants to come into the Nigeria context, a lot of people will lick him up. So he has to be bitter in order to be able to penetrate this corrupt society. This almost a failed state. Peter Obi that is good need to change for a state that is almost failed. When there is no security, there is no light, there is no water, there is no welfare activities. Even the palliatives that we had, some states, we are keeping them. For what? We don't know. So the reason why we are making this video is there are few Nigerians who think like Kenneth Okonkwo that Peter Obi should change in order to be able to follow Nigeria and Nigerians. But I'll tell you what, Peter Obi has said that he's not desperate to be the president of Nigeria. He's desperate to see Nigeria works. Why would a good man change to follow a country that even its citizens are calling for another country to come and take over? That is the height of when people are fed up, when people are tired of a country. Every Nigerian see Nigeria as a country that there's nothing we can do to change this country. So because of that, we should not accept the evils. We should not accept tribalism, corruption, nepotism, and all the reasons. My brother, my sister, I still believe that Peter Obi does not have to change in order to change Nigeria. Because if Peter Obi changed to be bittersweet, by the time he goes in, he's going to be contaminated. Because part of him have that That elements, that ingredients that have turned this country to what it is. That is why for him to be able to change this country, he need to remain pure. He need to remain upright. He need to have integrity. He need to be like an angel. Listen, Nigeria will take time, but I tell you, Nigeria will fall. Nigeria will fall. You see, a lot of people have predicted that Nigeria is going to collapse, and the collapse is going to start from the north. The collapse is going to start from the north. Why? Because the northerners have been over pampered. The northerners have had virtually all the goodies. So now that things are bad, they are the one that will be mostly reacting to this bad governance. A lot of people are saying Igbos are not participating in this protest and all the rest. Do you know that the Igbos have long been protesting? Have long been protesting. And even there, a right-hand man, I'm not the Kanu, is still in jail. So what do you want them to do? When if you look at the cabinets of this government, there's no Igbo man there. What do you want an Igbo man to do? Peter Obi has not said nothing about this riot. The government is trying to drag him in. Imagine if he has said something. You see, the Igbos are very careful. If you look at how many times they have been betrayed in that country, 3 times. They have been betrayed and they have been pictured like the troublemaker. If you look at, definitely, you will know that the Igbos are beginning to be very careful. Their own is, this country is bad, we know. But if you guys can survive, we can survive too. Until the Messiah comes. Until the Messiah comes. So, people, few good people that are thinking Peter Obi need to change so that he will be able to go in, so that he will be able to force his way into government. I don't believe. You guys are right. Nigeria is a country that is so difficult. So difficult. But patience is a virtue that most people don't have, that Peter Obi have. He is going about his own thing, and the country is coming down. He has not done anything. He has not said anything. The country is coming down. It will get to a stage. People will begin fight for him to come in. As long as he goes about doing his business, and what he said is coming to pass. I listened to an interview. They were interviewing one Aboki. He said in Abuja they were paid 5,000 to come and obstruct those protesting for bad governance. He said what they did was when they came, they joined those protesting for bad governance and they joined them to protest too. He said why? Because Peter Obi has told them that the reason why they are suffering is because of the government, and that the money the government is giving them is theirs. So they should take it and do whatever is in their mind. Aboki, now they talk this one so. So what does that mean? The message of Peter Obi is beginning to sink into our head. We just pray. May 40% of the youth, just 40% of the youth, grab this message that Peter Obi has been preaching. You will see if Nigeria will not crumble. So, why we are making this video is we believe Nigeria is extremely. There's how you want to quantify the backwardness that country is now, the wickedness. We agree with Kenneth Okonkwo that Nigeria is so bad, but Peter Obi does not have to change to be able to go in. Why? He needs to keep his integrity. It is this bad country, this bad government that we all should strive to change by preaching, by doing our own small quarters. Preaching to all these young ones that we have, that this country was not like this before. It is this past 18 years that it became like this. Even under the military rule. And Nigeria was still, the military junta was executing projects, good roads. Most of our important project that we have in Nigeria that was built during the military era. Murtala Mohammed Airport, Festac Theatre, the network of roads. It was during the military. What the military had then was this: the freedom was not there. You can't talk. But what is the difference now is that now you can talk, but if you're not careful, after you have spoken, you will go home and starve to death. So which one is better? So my people, this is where we will draw the curtain of this video. And the message is Peter Obi should not change. A good man should not change for a bad system. That is what you're saying. Even if it takes a generation to fix this country up, let it be known that we did everything possible within our reach to change the system. And the system will definitely change. It's a question of time. It could be a year. It could be a decade. It could be a century. The system will definitely change. Well, if it's the first time you're coming across this channel, this is Inec TV and Inec Expose. Don't forget, if we cannot change that country from the top, we should change it from the states. We should change it from the state. And that is why we are calling on all. The Edo State gubernatorial election is coming up in September. And Olumide OSAIGBOVO have shown us that he is the best man for the job. He's the man who is ready to serve. He's the man who has told us that the people will come first. So please, I want you guys to send this good message to all Edolites all over the world that Olumide OSAIGBOVO AKPATA, he is the man to vote for. This is the man that have promised us 192 clinic in the state. Each ward, not local government. It will mean the distance from one clinic in one ward to the other will not be more than 5-6 kilometers. Isn't that a good thing? So if it's the first time you're coming across this channel, we ask you to please subscribe to this channel. Remember, this is Inec TV. We are global and social commentators. Remember, it takes two to tango. And let us hear your thoughts on this issue. Do you want Peter Obi to change for a corrupt nation? Should Peter Obi now become bitter because you want to change for a corrupt nation? God forbid. For our returning subscribers, we say thank you, thank you, thank you. Remember, we love you, but God love you most. As it is the culture in this channel. We'll catch you when we make the next video. Until then, we'll say chooks, ciao, adios, au revoir, hasta la vista, bye-bye, ciao.